Hi ladies, in today's video we're going to talk about something that I wish more women knew and I wish I knew 5 years ago, which is that you can be doing everything right. You can hit the gym and hit your macros and eat clean and still feel like something's off, like you're just not yourself. So if you've been working really hard, you've been eating lettuce and chicken breast, and you've been working out like 3, 5 times a week, hitting all of those HIIT classes, and you're still not getting the results that you want. You're either not losing weight or it's really slow, or you're just still not feeling energized and you just feel like you're working against your body instead of with it, then today's video is for you because we're going to dive into how to eat for fat loss, but also for hormone health, because you can be doing all the right things, but actually not taking care of your hormones and potentially making things worse in the progress. I had to learn this the hard way. By the way, my name is Sandra, and if you find this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That just tells me that this kind of content is helpful to you, and it'll help me know how to help you better, what kind of content and education and resources to actually provide. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another video. Thank you for being here. Let's dive right in. So a few years ago, I started having some irregularities with my cycle and symptoms that I'd never really experienced before. My mood was off. I felt irritated halfway through my cycle and just not like myself. I could tell that something was going on. My cravings went through the roof and were much harder to control than before. And when I tried to lose weight, yes, if I really just relied on pure discipline, which I was good at, the scale would move, but it was a lot harder than in the past, and I would have to put in so much more effort compared to before. But at the same time, my cravings were more intense, my hunger was more intense, and I kept feeling like my body needed help, but I didn't know how to do that. So everything just became so much harder. So I got my hormones checked, and just like so many other women, I was told by my OBGYN that everything was normal at 3 different tests in a row over the course of 2 years. But I didn't feel normal and I knew that something was going on. So I got another blood test and contacted a specialist who then told me that my values were not horrible, but my estrogen and progesterone ratios were not ideal. And that specialist then proceeded to ask me if I was stressed. And I said, no, not particularly. I felt like I had been much more stressed in the past. So at this point, I thought, no, it's okay. No. And then I told my husband about the conversation and he laughed in my face. He was like, you said no? You said you were not stressed? So that moment kind of changed everything. I'm finally getting clarity on my hormones now. I'm still in the process, but let me tell you, when you start working with your body instead of against it, the whole experience changes. So today I'm going to share with you 5 nutrition strategies that have made a massive difference in my own journey as well as with the women I work with, especially those in their late 20s to late 40s. When it comes to losing stubborn pounds, especially belly fat, getting your energy back, and stop feeling like you're constantly at war with your body. And make sure you watch till the end because strategy number 5 is something I had no idea even existed and has made the biggest difference in energy levels and just feeling more at ease in my body. So tip number 1 starts very first thing early in your day. You're going to start your day with healthy protein and fats for breakfast. So listen, if you're starting your day off with just a quick cup of coffee and you're out the door or straight to your desk, no judgment, I get it, that used to be me too. But the thing is, when you don't give your body the right nutrients right from the get-go for your hormones, that's like a stress bomb. The right hormone-friendly breakfast includes a good amount of protein, and by that I mean 25 grams or more, and at least a thumb-sized portion of healthy fats to stabilize your blood sugar and set the tone for all your hormones. Which also means that throughout your day, you're going to feel like you have more stable energy, your mood is going to be more stable, and you'll have fewer cravings and hunger crashes. And listen, it doesn't have to be anything fancy or elaborate. I know we don't have time for that, but just a quick breakfast within roughly an hour of waking up is going to make all the difference. Tip number 2 is stop skipping meals. We just talked about breakfast, but that's not the only meal that matters. Lunch is very important too. I see this all the time, especially in high-performing women. You start your day off with a cup of coffee, you skip breakfast, you skip lunch, or maybe just have a snack later, and then eat half the pantry at nighttime. I used to do the exact same thing for many years, which is probably why we're talking about hormones in this video, because that didn't make it any better. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone, and the issue is not your willpower or your motivation. The issue is that you're not supporting your hormones with the right strategy. So aim for 3 solid meals every day, and don't go longer than 3 to 4 hours without food. Your body doesn't have an internal clock of when you have to eat food, but specifically when we're talking about hormone health, this will help keep your energy and your blood sugar consistent and help you avoid cravings and hunger crashes while also taking care of your hormones in the process. Tip number 3, we talked about this one earlier with breakfast. Do not drink coffee on an empty stomach. The thing is, yes, maybe you can get away with it, but if you're watching this video, you probably do feel like something's going on with your hormones, and having just caffeine for breakfast is definitely not doing you any favors. So I'm not taking coffee away from you, but instead of having just a cup of coffee by itself in the morning, make sure you have food and water with your coffee. Even if it's just a banana or a quick bar or a boiled egg or 2, just something to support your body as you're giving it caffeine is going to make a difference. And ideally, you would want it to be a balanced meal. So make sure to check out my meal prep and what I eat in a day videos, because I have so many examples of super easy and quick recipes and meal prep options that you can use even with a really tight schedule. Because the reason I did all of these things for so many years was because I just didn't have the time and I made things way too complicated. So make meal prep and nutrition work for you, not the other way around. Next up, we're going to balance your plate. So if you feel like you just had a meal, but you're still always hungry and it's just never really fully satisfying, then this strategy is going to make the biggest difference. When you balance your meals with the right amounts of protein, fiber, carbs in general, and healthy fats, your blood sugar stays so much more stable, which then in turn results in fewer cravings, fewer hunger crashes, better energy, and also support for healthy hormone levels. Bonus tip for this one, try adding in fermented foods at least once a week, because that can have a really positive effect on hormone production, such as estrogen levels, and making sure that those are balanced with progesterone, which is kind of like your calming hormone. And here's the last one. Are you ready for this? Because this is something I had no idea existed, and I was mind blown when I found out about it and started actually implementing it. Tip number 5 is seed cycling. Seed cycling is a strategy that you can use to help balance your progesterone and estrogen levels throughout your cycle, especially if you're dealing with PMS, irregular cycles, heavy mood swings, or cramps throughout your cycle. An example of this would be using flax and pumpkin seeds through the first half of your cycle, so from day 1 to 14, and ground sesame and sunflower seeds throughout the second half of your cycle. You can toss them into a smoothie, add them to your oats, to your yogurt, or just snack on them throughout your day. And this is something so simple and easy to do, yet it has the biggest effect on how you feel and how you're able to stay on track with your fat loss goals too. So if all of this today resonated with you, you might be feeling like you just need to work harder, try again, give it your all, like you're not disciplined enough or you're just doing things wrong. But the truth is, if your hormones are out of balance, it is much harder to lose weight, and it's your body trying to tell you something. It needs help in some areas that it just hasn't had the support with that it actually needs. The good thing is that that doesn't have to go on forever, and these 5 strategies are really going to help you feel better and build a foundation for actual lasting fat loss that doesn't come with restrictions, that doesn't have you crashing and falling off the wagon every few weeks, but actually feels sustainable and in tune with your body. Your body's not broken, your hormones aren't trying to kill you, you just need a better strategy. If this video helped, let me know by clicking the like button and subscribing so you don't miss any future videos. And if you want the exact breakdown of everything we talked about today, plus a bonus recipe stack of hormone healthy recipes, you can click the link in the caption and download all of that for free. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.